Hello everyone and welcome back to another day at Ireland Collegiate. We are back with our first upper bracket quarterfinal for Rocket League. We're here in week 5 and we have TUD taking on Trinity Ducks in our first best of 7. So anyway, Ireland Collegiate brought to you by Powered by Natives, brought to you by Monster Energy, Dogpatch Labs, GG Machines, and Rera. Shout out to our sponsors, love y'all. But yeah, we're gonna be hopping in. What do you expect to come out of these two teams tonight?
I would say this is gonna be a really close game. Both teams have done quite well. From I believe it's from Trinity. I mean, Nuss I believe has gotten Caster's best player 2 weeks now, either 2 weeks in a row, or yeah, I know it's at least 2 weeks. And I remember Domingo was doing quite well last week as well. And of course, TUD has proven themselves multiple times over throughout even last series, or last season. Pardon me.
Yeah, we're gonna be hopping in pretty shortly. These teams are just getting readied up here. I think we're gonna be hopping in right away. Actually, they seem to be ready to go. So, gonna hop right into game number 1.
Yeah. We go, great start. 5 seconds in, we've got Waffy pushing up through, Python over to the left side, taking the ball up the wall, staying nice and close. Tries to drop it down to Moody, who does get the first touch to the corner, but Nuss kicks it away. Danny Boy sends it up, but Waffy's faster. Keeps it down. Moody sends mid, Jamingo there to block. Miss from both sides though. Is Danny Boy quicker? Nope. Nuss gets the first touch, shot on target, but is blocked by Moody. He then sends it right back up onto the backboard with Python. Nuss taking their time with the ball, tries to get it over, but not enough. Moody pushing through, waiting, trying to read the ball here, but Waffy gets a nice quick first touch to get it away. Danny Boy waiting down at the bottom, it goes mid, blocked by Nuss though quite well. Here's Python taking it into the corner, very good control there, keeping the ball nice and close, knowing that he doesn't have that much boost, but does get quick challenge there and loses the ball. But it is still sent forward with Danny Boy here trying to send it mid, but Nuss keeping the pressure to not let it go through. Shot, Python takes it into the corner though, nice and slow, and it's sent right back up.
Yeah, Nuss, our MVP from last week, of course, showing up once again early on in this first match. Gonna have to see some big plays coming out of him tonight so they can get their team to the upper bracket. And straight away, as I'm saying it, Nuss gonna secure the first goal for Trinity.
Well done. I mean, you're like, you give Nuss a shot, you're gonna send it to the back of the net 9 out of 10 times there.
Yeah, as we get into our second kickoff now, 3.5 minutes remaining. I can't remember. This is a rematch, I believe, from our couple of games that we managed to watch. I can't remember what the scoreline ended up being. I think Trinity took it.
I believe so, yes. I was trying to look back at the brackets actually before, but can't seem to access them. But I think it's still going to be a close game. Though with mistakes like that from both sides, it's interesting because these are such high-level players, and it's crazy that in Rocket League, no matter how high-level you are, just one mistake can still just lead to problems. But here we go again now. Trinity's still on the attack, keeping TUD under pressure, but TUD has been doing a good job of pushing out every once in a while now. Mingo missing the ball there, but Python is able to push through, taking it slowly, sends it mid, but Nuss gets a nice first touch to keep the pressure away. Grabbing pads, staying in net, shot on target from Python, blocked by Nuss. Now here's Moody on the sidewall, it's up. Danny Boy next. Shot off to the side, here's Python, sending it up the wall. Jumping off, low boost, but tries to get one touch mid. Does succeed, down to Moody, who sends it right back up again. There's Waffy off the backboard. A touch mid though, Nuss blocked. There's Waffy over to the side where Moody is waiting, but Jamingo and Python 50 quite even. But Danny Boy gets a much better win on that 50 over there, but Nuss is waiting right where it lands, taking their time on the backboard, bringing it slowly over to the side.
Yeah, I had a quick look just while we were going through this passage of play. These teams did face off each other last week, and it was a 3-2 in that best of 5 to the Trinity Ducks. So definitely some some venom gonna be in TUD this week, trying to get their revenge for last week. But of course, they do need to get 4 games on the board this time. We've moved to best of 7s now as we've hit playoffs, so it means that these series may end up going longer. It's gonna have to teams are gonna have to show what they have in the tank, what they have in the reserves, or they could just stomp the enemy team and try and be done with it. But anyway, so great passing play coming out from both teams here, just trying to stop any of the aggression. But Ball's basically been in limbo for the last 2 or so minutes. Nothing really getting too close to the goal for the time being. Trinity now getting some aggression. Just trying to get what they can, and TUD are really struggling to clear this one out. Bounce off the roof, tries to get the reset, but doesn't manage to get it. It's going to be cleared out by TUD.
Just under 50 seconds left on the clock. Here TUD is on the attack, but the miss right there. Now Nuss just has the ball. 40 seconds left. All Trinity has to do here is pad the timeout, but they're still keeping pressure on and trying to get another goal in the bag, just maybe as an intimidation tactic. But pass down there. Here's Danny Boy, tries to get a soft touch, but Nuss with a nice quick challenge, sends it mid again. It's dropped. That's a great team play. The pass off the sidewall from Nuss, and Jamingo just getting a nice, perfect goal there. 120 kilometers per hour, making it 2-0 with only 19 seconds left on the clock. I'd say this first one does go to Trinity.
Yeah, this first game, 20 seconds remaining. Still can score maybe 2 kickoff goals, but with how good Trinity Ducks have been playing over the last couple of weeks, you know, as looking through their scores there, have only lost 2 series so far in this season. And it was, I believe it was the TUD Vertigo, and I can't remember the second team. I'll have a quick look while we're finishing up this game number 1.
Did they play against set 2?
Yeah, it was MTU and TUD Vertigo. They got 3-0'd by every other team. Every other game they had won, so they're pretty high in the standings. As the ball is finally going to be dropped in this game 1. And we're going to move to our game number 2. But Trinity looking pretty good starting in this game 1.
They are indeed. They were doing quite well there. Both goals had nice team plays as well, especially that second one. Just the touch off the backboard, off the sidewall from Nuss, and then Jamingo waiting there. That was very well done.
And we've just had a disconnect, so we're going to have to wait for that. Jamingo is having a bit of an issue, so hopefully shouldn't be too long getting back into this one.
Yes, I believe Jamingo just needed to restart their PC real quick. That's all good. It happens. I'd say these are you said it was a 3-2 last week, or last time they played, correct?
Yeah, to TCD, yeah.
3-2 to TCD. And so from the start of this, it seems TCD has taken the early lead, but keeping the pressure for 4 games now is going to be a bit tougher.
Yeah, I do believe we're just getting a lobby remake. I don't know if anybody was having issues, but hopefully we should be back in very shortly. That shouldn't be... Yeah, everyone's just reconnecting to the server right now, so it shouldn't be too long getting everyone sorted.
Cool, yeah. Just wait for that restart to be done, and we'll get straight into game 2 of this first best of 7 series. Would you say that Trinity is going to take the win on this, or?
With how well they've been playing, and like Nuss really spearheading their team, like as we picked it, or you and Daniel picked him as the MVP from last week. I do think the Ducks probably have the advantage coming into this, especially after winning. You know, I think it was, I can't remember if it was a reverse sweep last week against TUD, but ending in a 3-2, they definitely have the mental going into this that we're like, oh, we've already beat them, so like let's just win again. And being up 1 game so early as well is really nice for them. I think we are still just waiting for some more players to reconnect. I believe they're starting to hop into the server now, so we shouldn't be too long. But we are going to turn to a quick break, just probably only going to be a minute or so, just while we double check to make sure everything's going all good with the players. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more Rocket League. Hello and welcome back to our second match of the evening, or second game, I guess, between TCD Ducks and TUD Apes A+. We had a little bit of a technical issue with one of the players, but we are all sorted. Like, wasn't too long of a break, so we're all good to go now as we get into this game number 2. Pretty calm game number 1. There wasn't a whole lot of aggression coming out from both teams. It was just 2 goals slotted past by Nuss and Co, basically. So it's gonna be so a little bit, they're keeping the spicy stuff for later on, I guess.
That's fair. That's fair. Get a nice calm start. Let it roll up slowly. But here, you know, it's quite a calm start here now to the game. There was a bit of a close shot at the start there. There was a nice flick, but here we've got it nice and slow. That was a great touch mid there from Jamingo, but sadly nobody was there to get a shot. There's Nuss going in. Nice touch over to the side, bringing it mid, going for the bump, hits it. Jamingo misses. Wafi gets it though. That was very well played. That was trust from all sides of that team from Trinity there.
You know that if Wafi wasn't there, you know, you could just tell in the comms that Nuss would be screaming that Jamingo missed that. But luckily, goal goes in anyway. Crisis averted. 1-0 up again as we go. As the first minute has been played already. Jamingo going to get a demo to start this. To start off this set of play.
Kept on the Trinity side there at the start, but they push away nice and quick. Nuss gets the touch. Danny Boy sends it away, gives his team some time. But Jamingo on the ceiling hits it, gets a nice 50 to at least slow it down, but is low 50'd by the other team there. Here's Nuss taking it over, going through. Moody getting a nice block there, knocking over to the side with Python, but Python was a bit awkward there, and Wafi gets a first touch. Moody sending it. Oh, double hit in the air. Here's Nuss going for it. Drop down to Jamingo. It's landing on their teammate there though. Unlucky, but here it's interesting that it really is just in limbo for a while, it seems. Even though there are some close shots here and there, the limbo does last for a bit longer than I expected, because this is, like I said, like this is a very high level game, which is usually there's something always going on. But I think both teams are still, because the last series was so close, may still be feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah, and like, the nut thing is, it's not even that like both teams are defending super well. It's like exactly like you said, the ball is just tested so much in liminal space, just like towards the center of the pitch. And just as I said it again, Nuss finally going to get a shot towards the goal. Going to be saved by Python though. Now, as they seem to be trying to get some more strikes at least towards goal, but a lot of time being burned just with this ball being contested towards the halfway line, and both teams doing very well to get the rotations in and keeping that boost up. Nuss tries to go for the aerial, doesn't manage to get it to land, runs out of boost halfway through. Wafi trying to get the reset but can't. Ball's going to be dead, just going to end up dead right outside or in that orange half, but Nuss finally going to get a touch on it, going to be knocked up towards the TCD goal, but again, they're just doing so well to get these rotations in and contest. Double contest coming out from the TCD players, and oh, the ball's so close, rolling in front of the TCD goal. Just can't get there in time, and now counterattack coming in. Danny Boy though manages to get the contest. Nuss there to stop it. Minute left on the clock. Timer is ticking down. TUD really need to make something happen here.
Very true there now. I mean, 4 minutes in, another chance for Trinity there though, but oh, Nuss shot on target, slightly off, tries to get the touch again in front of the net, but isn't able to, unlucky. But they are still winning, 50 seconds left. Trinity needs to make a play here, needs to score at least one goal, bring us to overtime, or else that's going to be game 2 gone. And I mean, that's only 2 more games needed for Trinity compared to the 4. And here's another chance. Oh, a bit too quick there from Nuss. Wafi may have scored that one, but still able to keep the pressure on. Moody knocking it up and bumping Nuss in the process. Goes mid. Jimin goes faster. Drops down. Nuss goes. Sorry, that was Wafi. Apologies. Great. Well played there, with Wafi sending it over to the side. Jamingo nice and quick, hitting it off the ceiling with a waterfall drop down, and Wafi just knows they just need to go as fast as possible and just put the pressure on, and at worst we'll 50 it into the net.
20 seconds now. We're at the exact same point as we were in the previous game. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 goals down for TUD, and this one's probably gonna be just in the books for the Ducks. Jamingo going to get the reset. Nuss going to get the shot, and it's just going to be an extra goal for them. One for the road as they move into this game 3.
Very true. Trinity played really well that game. To be fair, so did TUD. It's just Trinity's able to just really lock in whenever there's one mistake and just be able to score, as well as just their chemistry. Like that, I believe it was the first goal or the second. The second goal. That was a bit risky having, like, I believe at the end of it, almost, I believe all 3 players were almost in the net. So if that wasn't going in, that probably would have been a runaway goal for TUD, but Trinity did manage to lock that one in, making it 3-0 at the end and 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, and luckily it is a best of 7 here for TUD, so they actually have more opportunities than they did in the group stage to be able to bring this one back. They need to try to get a game here, potentially a second, just try to start tying them up. Really don't want to go down to match points so super early.
Very true, very true. But here we do have the start of game 3. Ball goes back into TUD side. Waffy taking it slow, but Danny Boy with a nice quick challenge. It's mid. Moody going for it. Is a bit awkward though, with that awkward bounce off the ceiling. Danny Boy bumped. Jamingo sending it up. Nuss going for it. Python caught in the corner, getting it over both Jamingo and Nuss though. Potential breakaway chance here, but Waffy gets great shadow defense there, reading the ball perfectly. And now Nuss in mid, sending it over to Waffy, going for a pinch. I respect the attempt there. Now Waffy up, gets a nice touchdown, but Python gets a great save there, reading that perfectly. And now Moody going for an early shot, but it is off to the side. Danny Boy going for the ball, decides to go for the bump, but lightly misses it. Goes over to the side, Waffy sends it up, Python intercept. Over to the corner, Nuss being very fast as always, getting to the ball first, but here now, TUD has the chance. Moody going for it, hits it up, but again, Nuss going too fast. It gets sent up. Waffy with the intercept, sending it back over to TUD side. Nuss sends it mid. It's slowly landing there. It's floating in the air. It's almost as if it's still in limbo, even right in front of the net. Gets the reset though. Drops it right back down. Gets sent over to the side. Jamingo over to the corner. Nuss back down. Danny Boy gets the intercept though. Moody over to the side to Python. Pass back. Intercepted by Waffy, but 50 by Moody. Gets the shot. It is blocked once again though. Moody going for another shot here. Tries to knock it mid. Danny Boy does get intercepted though. Moody going in quick. Goes mid again. Python with a quick, nice challenge. TUD had a lot of good chances there. It was just Trinity's just locked in on the fence as well, it seems. And now TUD on the attack, double commit. We'll see if it may end up causing issues. It gets sent mid. Now it's taking their time, going for the shot off to the side. Danny Boy clears it to where Moody's waiting. Quick shot, soft touch, not, I believe, what they were going for. It does get sent mid though. Python sends it up, but Nuss is there, sends it up to the side. Moody going in, tries to knock it mid, gets the demo on Nuss. There's the chance for TUD. Well played. 2 minutes 30 into the game, TUD does get their first goal.
Yeah, first goal of this entire series so far. Exactly halfway into this game, TUD started to potentially start to mount a comeback, but the Ducks are going to try stop them in their tracks. Danny Boy going to be able to get the touch on that. Nuss going to go aerial, try to knock it down. Get a bit of a weird bounce. Jamingo going to contest though. Danny Boy is there to stop it. Python now laying it up for Moody, who has a decent chance but can't manage to get it on target. Jamingo going to get the demo back straight away from Danny Boy. Now gonna reset, trying to get some more boost. And Python with the setup. Ooh. Great setup coming in from TUD to be able to get their second goal of this series.
Very well played there. I think both goals have really shown their teamwork right there. That first goal, they broke down Trinity's defense just with constant barrage of attacks. That second goal is just very well played, nice and quick. But we'll see if Trinity makes a comeback or if TUD is now woken up and are ready to put their name out there as well. Here's Streamingo sending it over. Moody getting it in the air touch though. Python sending it back up. Waffy over to the side. Python going for it, but Nuss is nice and quick to keep the pressure on. Don't give them the free ball. Waffy over to the sidewall, going for the double. Nuss shot on target. Nobody's in net. Good shot there from Trinity, from Nuss. Very well played there. Making it 2-1, a minute 30 on the clock. The game still can go either way.
It sure can. And like I said, once they scored those 2 goals, the Trinity Ducks are not going to let those 2 goals slide. They're going to try everything in their power to make sure they can try to make this series as quick as possible. Jamingo going to get the setup, but no one's home. Waffy now, good shot, but Python standing tall in that goal, making sure that doesn't get conceded. And now there's the aggression coming out from Trinity Ducks. A lot of pressure being put down, but the boost is slowly going to start running out on a lot of their members. And now the counterattack starts to come in. Nuss with a great contest stops it from coming back down this side. Danny Boy, though, slots it home for TUD.
True, but that was very well played. Danny Boy, that was a close shot and still managed to get it in. 53 seconds left on the clock. We do know that Trinity is able to score those goals, but considering how this game has been going, we'll see if they are able to. Have to be careful about taking their time, but 45 seconds left. Trinity needs to score the 2 to bring to OT at least. Python going for the double, drops it down for Danny Boy. I'd say that's game right there. That was once again TUD just popping off completely this game with some great teamwork. That drop down from Python with Danny Boy waiting for it, very well played.
Yeah, both teams doing pretty good here. Finally, TUD waking up in this series, going 4-1 in this game so far. Like you said, I think it's pretty much done at this point. Nuss gonna get the demo onto Python. Ball's gonna be centered. Danny Boy actually looking for another. Will be saved in the end. 25 seconds remaining on this clock. Nuss gonna try go for the long ball. Gonna be contested though. Jamingo, ooh, barely just hits the crossbar. Now the counterattack coming in from TUD again. Moody gonna be able to get the ball through. Gonna be stopped by Nuss. Python now just gonna try to keep the ball. Trying to get that off the ground to secure them. This game number 3. And we have a series on our hands. TUD gonna be able to take that game number 3.
True, that was very well played from them. They definitely have locked in. I can't get over just the complete 180 there with most of the time Trinity just keeping the pressure on, but this time TUD just locked in perfectly and just managed to just keep pressure consistently. And it was like roles had just switched there, where TUD was just, every time there was a mistake made, they were the ones who were capitalizing on it.
Yeah, it really was. We're just waiting on one more player to ready up, and then we'll be hopping into our next game. But great resurgence coming out from TUD here. And we're going to have to see whether they can continue it. Danny Boy going to be scoring those 3 goals in that last game. A lot more shots from TUD as well, if we just look into the stats there. And that's something we've seen kind of across the series, is that Trinity Ducks haven't been getting a lot of shots, but they've been scoring a lot of goals when they do manage to get those shots on target. So we're going to have to see whether the onslaught of just shots coming out from TUD gets stopped here by Trinity. And Python looking for some early aggression. Doesn't manage to get it to go, though. Danny Boy going to get back for that save. Ball was ever so slowly rolling in. Python going to be there for the contest on the rebound. Now we're back into some limbo play, but Nuss has something to say about it. Gonna make sure to score that one, set the game up for his own team.
It was a fantastic shot, just slightly around there, 20 seconds in, but wow, very well done. 440 on the clock. Here's Nuss potentially going in. I'm not sure if they beat Python to the boost there, but Danny Boy is first to the ball, but does get intercepted by Wafi. It drops mid. Moody with the touch. Jamingo now taking the ball up. Trying to get the reset, but quick challenge from Moody stops that one right in its tracks. Nuss sending it up, grabbing the boost as well, but takes their time waiting, knowing Python has possession. Nope, quick challenge, stopping it. Python tries to get it back mid, but Nuss gets a nice demo onto Moody there, stopping anything. Danny Boy gets a nice interception, keeps the ball on TUD side. Wafi trying to send it up, sending it away. Python over to the corner. Nuss up. Danny Boy misses it. Here's Jamingo going in. Tries, but Danny Boy with a nice quick interception there to stop anything from happening. Wafi tries to send it back mid, but goes back to Jamingo. Tries to send it once again. Wafi up. Gets it on the sidewall. Tries to drop it down, maybe a double, but bit of an awkward drop there. Trying to go through and get themselves another goal.
Yeah, they're back to this kind of game 1, game 2 scenario where the Ducks have scored a goal pretty early, and then they just have this, like we've been talking about, like they just are so good at playing this like limbo style of play where it's just like they're just taking kind of longer shots at that goal, just keeping the ball contested towards that halfway line. Now as they finally start to move up the pitch and the ball is sent back out by TUD, but we're probably going to end up back in the same scenario again where the ball just kind of contested towards the halfway point and just the clock being whittled down so well by the Ducks. One more goal in their back pocket would be great. Nuss going to hit it wide. That's unfortunate. Would have been nice to have for their stat sheet right now. Help them, especially with this style of play coming out from them. It's once they have that goal, they can just play so passively. They can make sure that the ball just ends up like you say in limbo, and that timer, like we've already lost 2 minutes since they scored that last goal, and Jamingo not going to be able to get a touch on that one. Could have potentially been dangerous, but Python now trying to get what he can. Moody not going to get the touch that he wanted. Now almost 2 minutes remaining on this clock. Danny Boy trying to go for some counter attack here. Managed to get the touch off the wall. Moody is in position, but it's just a bit of a knuckleball. Doesn't get the speed on it that he needed. Jamingo going to get the demo to Moody in response.
It is sent there now.
Yep.
Once again, trending on the attack, trying to get themselves that one last goal. Off to the side from Nuss. Goes for it, but Moody gets a nice interception there to keep it through. Wafi going for a pinch, but a nice quick challenge from Danny Boy keeps it from moving at all. Goes over to the side where Moody is waiting, but with zero boost. Nuss tries to send it mid, going for the pinch as well. Moody a bit awkward on the wall. Python getting a great demo there on Jamingo, stopping anything from happening, and now has the ball. Gets it around Nuss. Tries to get it past Jamingo. Is sitting there in mid. Moody going for the shot. Slightly off to the side though. Wafi sending it up. Minute on the clock. Python over into the corner. Staying near the ball. Jamingo still gets a nice challenge on him. Now here's Moody. Zero boost, but still gets a touch on it. Staying near the ball. Drops it down to Danny Boy. Going for a pre-flip. Very close one, but with all three members of Trinity in net, it's going to be hard to get that one to go in. Now Moody over Wafi. Tries to get it mid. Going for the fake on Jamingo, but a great challenge. Can't be faked there. Keep it on. That might be directly in. It is 2-0. 40 seconds left on the clock. I'm not actually sure what happened here. Just a great, powerful touch from one side of the field. Gets it all the way over to the other side, making it 2-0 for Trinity with only 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, we're in this scenario for the third time in this series. 2-0 down. And very little, and in that, sub minute left. And now, gonna be a very uphill battle for TUD. They really just don't have a response to this style of play coming out from the Ducks. Nuss may be able to get another shot off here. Jamingo can't get the aerial that was set up for him. Wafi trying to get something as well. Jamingo with a little back touch, but Moody there to cover. Nuss with the power shot gets saved by Python. And I believe that is going to be game number 4 going in favor of the Trinity Ducks.
Very true, and I believe that does make it series point now, does it not?
Yes, it does.
That is 3-1. Trinity only needing one more game to end this series, this best of 7, and get themselves into the upper quarter final, upper semis, upper quarters,
Upper semis, yeah.
Upper semis.
Yeah, great job from them.
Very well played.
They've definitely picked a style and they are sticking to it, and it is working for them. They are making sure that the ball just goes to make sure they get those first. They get the first goal, and then they just basically play the timer out as much as they can. And it's something we don't see a lot of, especially in the games that we've had a chance to watch. I believe we are redoing server. We're just changing the server, a couple players, thinking that there may be a couple issues, so we're gonna be remaking the server very quickly. Just another technical issue, but it should hopefully clear up once we get this new server launched. But yeah, great play coming out from these two teams. Trinity Ducks definitely seem like they have a handle on what they are looking to do here, though. They're making it really difficult for TUD to be actually able to play into this, because once they're down that goal early on, TUD have really struggled to be able to break through that defense, because that's all the Ducks are trying to do. They're just trying to make sure that you can't get near that goal, and we've seen them go for those triple commits to make sure that they just don't concede.
Very true, very true. That was very close, but here the new server is remade, and see how close this one gets. With it being match point now for Trinity, I'd say TUD will have to very much lock in and make sure that they don't miss out on this. This is their last chance in the upper. They will have a chance in the lowers if they do not manage to make the comeback, but it'll be a much harder fight to go through, and plus that's extra games, extra chances to potentially lose it. But game 5 of this best of 7 series, starting off quite strong. A lot of action actually off the bat, but here it goes over to the side. Waffy hitting the backboard, tries to drop it down. Moody gets the touch. Jamingo sends it right back up, going for the double, but a touch from Python will stop that one from happening. Who sends it up as well. Nuss barely beating Moody, but caught without the boost to finish anything off there. Waffy taking their time, gets a touch. Danny Boy with a quick challenge, taking it through. Backflip by accident does give possession to Nuss, who's now going through. But nice quick challenge from Python. Here's Moody sending it over to where Python's waiting. He gets it mid. Nuss gets a great defense there, right there, sending it back and keeping the pressure on it with the attack. Moody gets a nice axe. I'm not actually sure what that mechanic is called when it just slightly touches your car at the same time as bouncing. I believe it's technically a pinch, but oh, fantastic shot there from Jamingo. Perfect to the left side. Not sure if that could have gone more left there, making it very hard to defend. 111 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, great curl as well on that, just making sure that it stays up in that top left corner. Set up by Nuss once again. Just trying to take this series home, trying to go up to that semi-finals, trying to make that path easier on themselves. And again, Nuss going to be getting aggressive on early. There's definitely a change of pace here coming out from the Ducks, and this is kind of what we were saying in the previous games. They go aggressive really early, trying to get those goals, trying to make sure that they have that score line available to them where they can play that delay the clock style. They have that first goal. They do look to be looking for an extra one here just to make sure that they're in that safe zone, but it doesn't matter. Great knockback coming out, but got to be contested by Jamingo, running out of boost, but manages to contest the ball long enough.
Ooh, just that's all you need. Once you can keep a bit of the pressure on, just chip through boost. Great pass mid there, but is intercepted by Waffy. Tries to keep pushing through, but Python does send it right back over to Trinity's side. Danny Boy gets the bump. Nuss does manage to clear it though, with Python waiting for it. Still manages to stay behind the ball, stopping the clear shot from going through. Here's Nuss sending it right back up. Moody, 100 boost, trying to take the ball. Python sends it right back up. Jamingo going for the touch. keeps the ball close. Low boost though, we'll take that one right there. Here's Danny Boy over mid to Moody, going for a double. Goes off the backboard down to Python. Great shot, fantastic teamwork there. Making it 1-1 in this 5th game.
Yeah, finally breaking the curse. TUD managing to score against this TCD side, and so far in the 3 games that TCD has won, once TCD gets that first goal, the game has pretty much been over. So finally managing to find a gap in this defense. Scrappy kickoff, gonna be coming out. Nuss trying to set something up. Jamingo's up, knocks it down for it, but at the end the bounce is a bit awkward. Nuss not in position for it. Now Danny on the redirect. Nuss going for the long shot, just knocking it back in. Jamingo in position, but Danny Boy managing to get back in time once again. But TUD or TCD doing a great job. They know that they can't, now that they're, you know, even in scoreline once again, they have to go on this aggressive side, and they play so well when they do this aggression. They're making it really hard for Trinity or for TUD here, but TUD doing a great job. Their defense has definitely stepped up since those first 2 games.
They definitely have here. Minute 45 left on the clock, tied up at 1-1. Ball does seem to just be bouncing back and forth a bit. Here's Nuz keeping the ball close. 0 boost, Moody. Jamingo getting a nice block, taking the ball in the air, gets the reset. Doesn't do anything. Nice quick challenge from Python. Loses possession there. Here's Nuz going for it again. Moody sends it back up. Waffy off the sidewall mid. Jamingo going for it. Gets another touch. Ball is once again floating around. Waffy, another double touch there. Jamingo did manage to grab that boost though, so might be able to get something with this, but slightly loses control, and Python is able to knock it away. But Nuss with a quick challenge, knocks it mid. Python with the save. Waffy keeping the pressure on TUD's side though. Python sends it up. Moody with the redirect. Tries to get it in, but it is slightly off. Here's Danny Boy, sends it up. Moody drops it back down. Jamingo's caught slightly awkward, but they weren't able to finish anything off with it. Nuss knocks it mid. Great potential there. Here's Jamingo. Ball on the wall. Moody on the backboard tries to get it away, trying to get this one last goal. Keep the overtime pressure away. There's a chance here. Danny Boy over to the side, but Nuss is waiting there. Does get bumped away, but Waffy going for it. Just slightly missed the ball, but still manages to send it mid. Bit awkward for TUD there. Trinity does not manage to finish it off though, and Moody does manage to knock it away there. That was a bit of a close one for TUD, but Trinity was not able to finish it off. 8 seconds on the clock, 1-1. We may be going to overtime at this match point. If Trinity wins this game, they do end this series 4-1.
Yeah, we're going to be hitting that OT, just like you said. First goal wins. Been a very contested series from these 2 teams so far. Waffy trying to end it right away from the kickoff. Can't get it to go. But now we have that infinite timer. If it ends up in limbo like we've seen, but it's just not past. Oh, what a terrible mistake coming out from the Ducks. They had it in hand. Nuss loses the ball unexpectedly, and Moody with a tiny touch manages to get it in, and TUD are going to take that one 2-1.
Indeed. It is still match point for Trinity, but that might have hit them mentally a bit there, losing in the OT. But TUD still needing to win 2 games. TCD only needing to score to win 1, but sure, an OT loss like that might have hit them a bit too hard. But they're jumping right in immediately. We're starting this 6th game, pardon me, off strong. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's see what happens off the kickoff. Will Trinity get another quick goal? Here's Waffy, sends it mid. Jamingo a bit awkward there on the wave dash, but Nuss is able to keep some pressure on. Moody, well played, staying back there. Jamingo, Waffy takes a shot. Python sends it over to the corner, going for a double. Gets a touch there. Waffy gets blocked by Python and Jamingo. Gets blocked by Python as well there. Here's Moody going in, but Nuss gets a nice touch, sends it out to the other side. Jamingo keeping the ball high up in the air, not letting it hit the ground where all of the TUD members are waiting. Over to the corner on TUD side. Python with the shot. Nuss, nice block there. Jamingo reading this touch to the side from Danny Boy. Does get bumped though slightly. Bit awkward, gets a 50 at least. Danny Boy here waiting on the side. Moody sends it up as well, where Wafi is waiting. Python drops it down. Jamingo shot. Moody sends it over to the side. Keeping the ball close though, keeping the pressure, keeping possession. But Wafi in the air. Nuss up. Maybe tries to drop it down. Jamingo does get blocked there. Ball gets sent over to Wafi, who sends it over to Nuss. But both team members leave it a bit there. Python waiting patiently on the wall. Wafi using all of their boost in that attempt there. Jamingo sends it up. Danny Boy might get caught here if they don't have boost, but still manages to get a great save there. Gets sent over to Wafi, gets the reset. And the second touch over 2 members, but Danny Boy does still get the clear out. Danny Boy once again getting the first touches on the ball. Nuss trying to keep the pressure on for Trinity. Gets sent mid. A shot right there from Danny Boy, almost getting in, but great save there from Nuss. Wafi trying to get it through. Moody getting the touch though, keeping it away, not letting anything happen.
Yeah, both these teams out for blood in this game. TUD, after that overtime victory, have a new life in them, to be honest. Moody, very close to being a goal. Jamingo just barely getting uprighted in time to be able to get that one. We're now back to the scoreline we saw from these teams last week, 3-2. If this would have been that same best of 5 as last week, Trinity would have already taken it, but TUD don't want to let this one go lying down. Trying to come back in this series. They're doing a great job of resurging. 2.5 minutes in this game. Been nothing but aggression from both teams. But it doesn't matter. Jamingo gonna break the tie. Is gonna score the first goal.
Tight shot. Python almost got that save there.
Now 2 minutes 17 remaining. TUD are gonna have to make another miracle goal here, trying to come back in this one. They've been playing from behind the majority of the series. We've seen them on 2 occasions so far manage to win it out, but they're going to have a bit of a struggle. Wafi there not going to get the knockdown that he wants. Moody trying to get the goal, trying to get another goal. Jamingo just barely getting to the corner in time to be able to stop the one. Danny Boy trying to get the reset, doesn't get it. Moody with the contest, just a bit high. Python going for the second shot. Going to be another 50. Danny Boy now trying to get that air dribble in. Wafi though, going to be able to stop it. Just non-stop shots coming in from TUD. Python with a great shot. And it's walked away by Wafi. Oh my god, this attacking sequence coming out from TUD. We haven't seen them have this amount of aggression. This is usually what the Ducks do to them, but the goal is open, and that's all that matters in the end of the day.
Wow. That was I was a bit unlucky there from TUD. A great onslaught of attacks. Just TCD was locked in on defense, saving everything on the goal line. But just that's the problem with the constant attacks. You get locked in and you forget about your own net, and it just takes one hit out to lose it. But minute 20 on the clock. TCD up by 2 points at a match point potential. Here's Python with a chance, sends it mid. Jamingo does manage to clear it though. Wafi going for the quick challenge. Python drops it down over to Danny Boy, gets a shot. Nuss gets a nice save though. Jamingo over to the sidewall where Wafi's waiting, keeps it close, going for the musty. Chance to send it mid, a bit high. Danny Boy does get the first touch, manages to keep the ball a bit close. Nuss with a nice challenge, keeps it on TUD's side. All they need to do is hold it for 40 seconds and they are in the semifinals. Here's Wafi. No boost, going for it. Does get sent over. Nuss gets the touch, sends it mid. Danny Boy trying to clear it. Trying so hard to get these 2 goals in the 25 seconds. Wafi getting the bump as well while passing it mid. Nothing happens. Slight misplay there, but No, it's not great on defense, stopping any goal from happening with 10 seconds left on the clock. I would say that Trinity has taken this game unless TUD is able to do something, but considering Wafi's possession here with the pinch, that is going to be game, and that is going to be the end of the first series of tonight with Trinity taking the Moody getting one for the road, though. I do respect that. Just making sure that they're not forgotten.
Yeah, it's going to be somber loss coming out for the side of TUD. Unfortunate from them, not going to be able to continue in that upper bracket, but of course they are not out yet. They just moved down to that lower bracket for the time being. And I think the overlay broke. Give me a sec. Multitasking. Anyway, but yeah, so it's going to be a 4-2 coming out from this Trinity Ducks. Honestly, I think if you play that series again, it could have gone either way. Both those teams, Trinity seemed to have a really good strategy for the first couple games, and really brought it to the Ducks, or to TUD. TUD seemed to start to figure it out towards the later part of that series, and in that game game 5 and 6, they really seemed to finally get into their stride. In that game 6, they really had a great opportunity. It's just Trinity were able to lock in that like 30-second flurry of attacks from for TUD that ended up with the TCD goal. I think a lot of other teams would have struggled with that amount of like consistent attacks. So honestly, I don't think it's a complete loss for TUD. They got some great experience in that game, and they've definitely learned a lot from it. So that's going to be it for our first series of the evening, though, as I move back over to cameras because I am doing multiple things. We are going to be moving to, I think we have to wait. I don't know. Let me bring up the brackets real quick and see if there's other games finished yet. Okay, so just updates on scores. Trinity, TUD Vertigo have 4-0'd NCI Panthers. So that means TUD Vertigo has moved up, was our first upper semifinalist. They are on the opposite side of the bracket to TCD. So they won't be seeing each other for a while if they do end up going against each other. In that upper half of the bracket is also Set2. So I believe Trinity is probably going to go up against Set2 very shortly. We're just waiting for, although the game for Set2 and MU hasn't finished yet, or at least hasn't been reported, so that potentially could have been a closer series than I would have expected. I would have thought Set2 probably would have taken that pretty quickly, but I don't know what the current scoreline of that game is. Oh wait, it says somebody reported something, so give me a sec. It was 4-2. It just hadn't updated. So Set2 won that series 4-2. So it means it's going to be Set2 versus TCD in that upper bracket, or the top half of the bracket. And the other series, the MTU versus UCD, has not finished yet. So what we are going to do is we are going to throw to a break. And while we get set up for our second series of the evening, which we will decide once we find out when all these games finish up. But just another shout out to our wonderful sponsors. We are powered by Natives, sponsored by Monster Energy, Dogpatch Labs, Reraw, and GG Machines. We will be back probably in about 5 minutes or so once this last game finishes up and we have the rest of the bracket, and then we will come back, give you an update, and we'll hop into our second series. So don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are ready for our second game of the evening between MU Crusaders and MTU in our lower bracket round of 8, I believe. Round of 16, I can't remember. But we're down in the lower bracket. These teams have we've had them on stream throughout the course of the split. They've had it's not a surprise to see them in the lower bracket. We've seen them struggle. We've seen them have great games. We've seen them have poor games. These two teams are pretty even, but one of them is getting removed from the tournament tonight. Just to update you guys as well on the other lower bracket match, NCI has forfeited both their games this evening. I believe they couldn't field players, so they are officially out of the tournament as of right this minute, because they took a default loss to the TUD Apes A, who are moved up to the lower quarterfinals already. So things are looking up for them, but we're going to be hopping into this game here, just waiting for the players to all ready up, and they're just waiting for the go ahead, so I will give them the go ahead. But yeah, we're going to be hopping into this game. What do you expect to come out of these two teams here? You know, we've seen them throughout the course of the split. They've had some tough opponents. They've mainly won the games that they've won. They've been against the lower seeded teams. So what do these teams need to do tonight to be able to make sure they don't get knocked out?
Win.
Win, yeah. To be fair, yeah, you're not wrong. Every game that I'm here, I do production 3 nights a week for IECS, and it seems like every time somebody asks me to do stats on whether a team can qualify for playoffs, usually my answer is just win. So gotta be back and forth early game here, first 30 seconds. Not too much happening, just gonna be trading the ball back and forth. Nova gonna get bumped by Kroll and then demoed in response.
True. To give your question a somewhat serious answer, I don't know too much about these teams, to be honest, so I'm not sure if I can give a full analysis at all, but that was a great shot there from Benny. Fantastic, good power, 108 there, just off the side. Nice catch there and flick from Shelly, and Benny just slotting that one in from that angle with a little bit of air roll to get the power in. But I do remember MTU's team a few times. I don't know much about the MU team though. That is almost a frame perfect start to the previous kickoff right there, with just a send from the other side of the map just to try to block an air double. Benny scoring another one there. That's 2 goals in 21 seconds right there from Benny, with another assist from Shelly. Fantastic job.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is we can expect a lot more goals from this series than the previous one. You know, we in that previous series we had Trinity playing some amazing defense and you know, playing that kind of stall the clock style. Whereas I believe these two teams are probably just going to start fist fighting each other and like scoring goals left, right, and center. So got to see a lot more demos, a lot more goals, as Beanie was going for that. Shelly actually going to knock it away. A little bit of BM, but of course,
happens.
Just having some fun. Kroll gonna knock that one to the side. Beanie gonna be able to start knocking it back up towards the goal. Nova gonna contest it, try to get it away. Ooh, just barely landing off that crossbar, trying to get contested, but they both miss. Ryan's there to clear that one up. Nova now, nice shot. Just gonna hit the corner of the upright. Ryan now trying to go for another shot himself, but Beanie there back to contest. Kroll trying to knock it center for his team again, but Beanie doing a great job here, being the solo defender for this MTU side, just making sure they can't get that anywhere near the goal.
Well played from Nova. That was a good attempt there to get that redirect. That would have definitely been a goal with the slight speed up, but MTU still holding the win almost halfway through this first game. Shelly off the sidewall. Nova going for an interception, but Shelly keeping it close, almost getting the reset. Not able to finish it off though. Nova demoing KOKA. Here's Benny sending it mid where Ryan does catch it. Shelly gets it behind. Nova pushing up. Tries to get it, but KOKA does get an interception. Almost a double. Very close, but that was a very tough angle to get. Benny trying to keep the ball on MU side. but the passbacks, Kooky does get the interception. Knocks it mid down. Now here's Nova over to Kroll, but they're a bit too close to be able to react fast enough for that. Nova getting to 50. It's at mid where Ryan's waiting. Ryan hits it over to the side though, where Benny gets the interception. Kooky now trying to push through. Kroll has the ball, tries to get around Shelly, but not enough to get it all the way. Here's Nova over to the side. Pass over to Kooky, who just wasn't able to get up fast enough. Nice demo there though to try to slow it down. Shelly, slight mistouch. Ryan can score that. Open net. Minute 26 on the clock, and MU does put themselves on the board.
Yeah, they do, and try to answer back in this one. Minute 26 on the clock, like you said, so kind of to see whether they can get another one on the board. Only one goal down now, so not looking too dire. Ball's gonna actually end up going free. Shelly not gonna land at center, but we'll get the re-hit, and oh, it was just given to him. He waited as well. He knew Nova was going to knock at center, and he just waited for it to be given to him. Great play coming out from Shelly.
Very true. 1 minute 20 on the clock. MTU is up 3-1. But maybe MU will be able to make the comeback here. There is still a full minute. Shelly just keeping the ball, getting past their own teammates here. Ryan faking, gets it over Benny, who does manage to fake it slightly, so is able to make a recovery. Shelly going for the touch mid. Kroll gets the ball, but is immediately bumped away. Here's Kooky pulling away, making sure that they don't get in the way of their teammates. Benny. Kooky is faster right there, sends it over to the MU side. Shelly, it's off the corner. Benny up, gets the reset, gets another one. Bit messy on the wall there, but still manages to get away with it. There's Kooky staying near the ball once again, making sure that they don't lose too much possession, but the quick attacks from MU are able to at least grab possession, not let MTU keep it the whole time. But with 15 seconds left on the clock, we'll see if MU can make the comeback, but there's a chance here. Ryan does get the goal. 10 seconds left, and MU might actually make this comeback with only one goal.
Yeah, they just need to get one in 10 seconds, and we go into our second overtime of the evening, first of this series. We can see, we've seen from that other overtime in our previous series how quickly the game can, or how quickly that scoreline can switch around. Shelly gonna go just try to keep the ball down towards that MU half, but it's just gonna be a lot of air contests. I don't think this one's gonna be going their way. Ball is going to drop, and first game will be going towards the MTU Wraiths.
Good first game though. Both teams showing they got the skills. MTU just getting that early lead and managing to hold it quite well.
Yeah, they really did. And now as we move into this game too, we're going to see what they decide to do differently. Both teams, those early goals really didn't help MU, but as we move into this game too, you know, they're gonna know kind of what to expect. Game one's always kind of a coin toss, and they actually did manage to almost bring it back, so gotta see what MU can do here to take this game number 2.
See there now, the kickoff, nothing that big. Kroll taking the ball off the side down to Ryan, who sends it back up. Maybe able to get a rebound here. Nova taking their time, gets a shot off still. Does get demoed by Benny though. Kroll does get a bit dusted there. Benny keeping the ball nice and close. Tries to get it over to the side. Nova, he's keeping the pressure on though. Ryan making sure to grab the boost, staying near, but leaving it for a teammate. Ryan pushing through. Kooky sending it up. Kroll on the backboard, sending it up in the air. Here's Benny trying to get goal here. Shelly off the side. Ryan clearing it, but Kooky catching it in the middle. Got a bit low on boost, leaving it for Shelly. Gets the reset, almost faking it directly in the net, but with Benny right there, that is going to be a goal. Well played by that. That was great play by Shelly here, just staying near it but faking it, having the whole MU team be a bit awkward. And then Benny just perfect shot once again, directly in the center, 111 kilometers per hour.
And that's going to be 1 goal on the board for them as well. Now as we go to the second kickoff, 1 minute down off that clock so far. KOKA gets the reset. Gonna be contested though, so not gonna go too much further. Shelly now back to be able to stop this one. Nova gonna miss the ball, but we'll set it up center. Ryan gonna hit it up. Bit unfortunate for him there, just couldn't get the angle that he wanted. KOKA now gonna try to get something set up for Shelly, but Kroll gonna be able to shut that one down right away. Shelly now gonna try go for the 50 against Nova. Manages to chip it over him. Tries to get the reset, gets it. It's being an absolute menace. Carrying the ball down the field. Kroll got to be able to knock it back. Shelly going to be taking possession of this one. Has been doing such a good job of getting these resets, and these air dribbles are looking ridiculous. Just being able to just giving free reign to be able to take that down. But every time, great defense coming out from the MU side to be able to contest it. Ball goes free, almost landing in the goal. Just got to hit that upright. Beanie now going to knock it center. KOKA is available for this. Just runs at a boost, I think, and can't get a touch on it. Demo now coming out from Kroll. Shelly gonna be able to get that save as well. Ryan trying to set it up for Nova, but again, KOKA back from his demo. This game just completely just back and forth.
Very much so. Almost halfway through now. MTU still holding the lead. Shelly going for another fake, but Kroll that time was reading it. Nova off the side, Benny reading it. Trying to push through. Great defense though from MU there. Ryan clearing it. Caught floating in the air a bit. Lands backwards. Gets sent up. KOKA with a shot. Right save from Nova there. KOKA staying back. Going for a bit of a freestyle there. A bit awkward though. Ryan might be able to score this, but a great save from KOKA. Shelly Overton sending it over. Here's Kroll. Bit low on boost though. Still saying near half. KOKA with the in-air demo on Nova. Shelly off the side. Getting the reset. Over Nova. It lands down. KOKA with the shot. Very well played from MTU there. Really showing off their mechanics.
Yeah, they had some great shots there. Great saves as well in that passage of like 2 minutes, 20 seconds between that last goal and this one. We able to slot one home, and now going up 2-0. Not in the series just yet, but they are up 2-0 in the scoreline.
Minute 40 on the clock. Benny going for the mid-air, but is beaten. KOKA going for the fake. Ryan is still staying near, as well as KOKA grabbing the boost as well. Here's Shelly in the air. Grabbing the reset, slightly over, almost a double, but does hit the crossbar, and Ryan does manage to get it clear. Trying to stay near the ball. Has some boost, but isn't able to get anything with it. Grabs that boost as well. Now KOKA going through, Shelly grabbing it, hitting the crossbar once again, and now Nova. But Benny does save it. Taking it off the sidewall. Gets the reset. Doesn't get the second one though, unlucky, but is able to get a 50 to keep the ball near. Here's Kroll against Benny. Does manage to get it past with a pass to Ryan. Ryan maybe going for the flick, but a bit too late, and KOKA is able to block it. Benny over to the side, down to Nova. Bit of a delayed hit there to make sure it gets past, and a touchdown from Ryan, making it 2-1. Well played from MU.
Yeah, gonna be similar to last game. Gonna get that goal, just probably too little too late though. 30 seconds remaining on the clock, so they could try to tie this one up. Bring it back to a 2-2, bring it to overtime, see if they can get that win there. They have a little bit of work to do first. It all starts with them getting a goal, and it doesn't matter because Shelly's just gonna knock it home, making sure they can't, just making it so much harder for them. What a great touch from Shelly.
Fantastic. Crossbar downs are always great. 26 seconds left though. MTU is up by 2 goals. We'll see if MU is able to do anything, but MTU's just got this great constant aggression. Once again, a kickoff goal, great shot. Not sure. I'd say this one does go to MTU. I mean, 3 goals in 18 seconds would be insane, but
yeah, I think
it's content.
Yeah, I think it's leaning towards the MTU boys here. Looking a bit rough for Crusader starting this one off. Now, trying to get what they can, but trying to get some consolation goals, but I'm pretty sure this one is over. 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Ryan trying to get a shot off. Kroll's actually going to score one for the road. Trying to keep up that score line as they move forward. 4 goals for them now so far in this series. 2 in the first game, 2 in this game. But we will be moving to our game number 3.
We will indeed. And that will be 2-0 in the series for MTU. Meaning that they only need to win 2 more games, and they do take the series, kicking MU out of the tournament and putting themselves into the semifinals of the losers bracket.
Team MU is taking some time. There's a minute timer between each of these lobbies, and teams can choose to take it when they need it, or they can just go straight into the next game. They've opted to just kind of take their time and talk about this, only just trying to figure out what they would like to do for this next game. They need to change something.
Question of aggression, I'd say. Just MTU is managing to keep pressure on consistently, but also there seems to be a mechanical difference, at least definitely with Shelly. Shelly definitely seems like the most mechanical player in this lobby, consistently getting higher mechanical shots. Every time they go off the wall, they're getting a reset. They're managing to control the ball, and also getting a great pinch there, knocking it mid. Few bumps there on Ryan to get him out. Shelly off the ceiling again, dropping it down. Benny is not able to finish it off though, and Ryan does get it out, going for an air dribble, but does lose control, and KOKA does get the easy save. Shelly over to KOKA, taking the ball, keeping it close. Tries to go for the late 50, trying to force it. Benny off the sidewall, gets the 100 boost, but Ryan's nice and quick. Here's Kroll trying to get the double, but 0 boost, isn't able to get down to it fast enough. Nova gets it over to Shelly, but is still able to knock it mid. It hits the ceiling, dropping down. Kroll gets the goal less than a minute in, making it 1-0, and MU is taking the lead for the first time in this series.
Yeah, finally going to be able to open up the scoring for themselves first, and they're going to get that first minute goal, similar to what we've seen from MTU so far in this series, and they needed it. They need to be the ones on the front foot for a little while, see if they can try to get the series back in their favor. Nova going to get a good touch here, knocking it towards that MTU goal. Beanie going to knock that one right away, though. Kroll going to contest, just going to keep it towards this halfway point. Bad rotations coming out from the side of MU, though. Going to be able to grab that boost and try to get back onto this one. Also going to slide past Ryan, though. Kroll luckily back in time to be able to get this. Now, great attacking play from Kroll. Goal's open. Beanie just barely getting back in time. Doesn't get slid past him. The ball is back in that MTU possession.
Very true. There, KOKA sends it back over to Benny, who does miss it, giving Kroll a chance, gets it past. But Shelly knows that they just gotta be a bit patient here. KOKA with the 50. Shelly has the ball. Gets over to Benny with the pinch. Great block there from Nova, though. I'm not sure if it was on target, but it was a pinch, which was always great to see. Here's Shelly trying to make it back on defense, trying to beat Ryan out here. KOKA gets a great 50, goes up in the air. KOKA makes the good decision to grab the boost, but it's not there, still staying near the ball. Caught low and boost in enemy territory, but Benny gets the nice pass back to Shelly, who does get bumped by Kroll, though. Nova here sends it mid. Almost getting the goal as well, but Benny does manage to jump last second. KOKA now over to Ryan. Shelly gets the touch. Kroll over to the side where Shelly's waiting. Shelly staying near, gets a nice 50, a bit low on boost, but does get beaten out by Ryan. And Benny gets demoed there. Here's Ryan taking a nice early shot, and KOKA misses the save, giving MU a 2-0 lead.
Yep, the first time in this series they're looking like they're going to come out on top. 2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes 18 remaining on that clock, and gonna have to see some upgrades from MTU, some resurgence from MU here. Oh, and kickoff gonna be blocked by Shelly. Luckily didn't leave that center position. Nova now with the retap. Oh, Kroll gonna set it up for Nova, can't get to it in time. Now gonna be back to Ryan. Beanie gonna get that 50, gotta set it up for Shelly, who knocks it in. Sadly, no follow-up from KOKA, who was towards that center. Tries to go for a shot here, just can't get it to land. Kroll gonna be the one to clear that. And a great deflect from Ryan as well off the shot from Shelly. Great shot coming out, but not gonna be centered. KOKA now setting himself up, going for that double tap, and he manages to land it.
Very clean. Fantastic. That's a perfect double touch right there. Even a bit of a tight angle, still manages to lock it in. You need only a 1 goal difference now. 1:40 on the clock. It did take them, I believe that's about 40 seconds for that goal, so do that one more time and you've at least tied it up. And here's Shelly. Low boost, trying to get it past, but isn't able to. Ryan going for the fake, bit of a wave dash flick. Kroll gets the interception on the clear. Shelly once again low boost, but does still get a touch over to KOKA. Going for another double potentially, but Ryan stops that one in its tracks. Benny mid. Nova with the interception. Shelly gets the touch. Trying to keep it close, making sure to not give them the empty net, keeping themselves between the ball and the net. Bit of a double commit there though from MTU. They need to make sure to not be doing that though, as they have less than a minute left now to tie up the game. KOKA over to the side. Benny does get slightly bumped though by Kroll. Here's Nova in the sidewall, grabs the boost, tries to get the ball, but is blocked by Shelly, who's trying to block Kroll as well. Benny gets the clear. MU seems to have made the decision to lock in on defense though. I see there's 2 of them back. Here's Benny going for it. Ryan down. KOKA going for it. 30 seconds left on the clock. Will MTU get that 1 goal? Potentially bringing us to overtime. Or will MU get their first game of this series? KOKA setting it up. Shelly going for it. It's going to drop down. Is Benny there? Is not there and does get cleared off by Kroll with 10 seconds on the clock. KOKA over to the sidewall. Doesn't get the double. Benny potentially with the chance here. Goes over to the side, but with Kroll being right next to it. It is still there though. Is Shelly going to be able to get it? Pre-flip touches the ball, but is not able to keep it up, giving MU their first win of the series, making it 2-1, I believe.
Yep, 2-1. Still leaning towards that MTU side, but some resurgence coming out from MU. Gonna hope to bring this one back for themselves as we move into this game number 4 now.
Seems as though that minute that they took between the second and third game definitely did have an effect. They had a nice chat there and rethought about what they were going to do, and it worked out quite well. Here we got 5 minutes on the timer. Next kickoff in the game. Kroll, slight mistouch, but is saved by Nova, who does accidentally bump Ryan, but they do manage to recover. Shelly to the wall where Ryan's waiting, gets it clear that is going in, but KOKA does get the nice save. Roll nice and quickly, knocks it mid, but KOKA just as quick. Tries to get it past Nova, but the early challenge is able to keep it. Shelly, that might be right in right there, and MU gets another early goal just 30 seconds into this game.
Yeah, MU have woken up here in this series. Now taking it to MTU. Struggling to keep them off their goal line there. Bit of a sloppy kickoff, but MU managing to keep their goals safe. Gonna be able to score themselves 1 in the return play, and now as we go into this, second passage of play, Beanie gonna get a demo to Nova. Ryan trying to set up here for something, but Kroll gonna get him right back. He's gonna be saved by Kuki. That's the ball now heading back towards that MU goal. Oh, it's just barely wide. It's gonna be saved as well, knocked away by Ryan. Nova now trying to go on the attack. Tries to go for some sort of dribble or trick, trying to get it over him, but can't manage to get it. And Ryan was watching on as the ball got a hit off the top right and top left corner once again. Beanie now with a nice setup, but no one home to be able to knock that one back. The resets were coming in for the remaining members of the MTU side, just trying to regain that boost. Kuki gonna get another demo onto Kroll as well. Defense is opened up, so Ryan's gonna try set up for something, but knocks it too far over to the far side. Beanie now has Kuki center, but can't get it over the MU players.
Just over 3 minutes left on the timer. MU still up by 1. Keeping the aggression on. They do, like you said, have woken up significantly from those first 2 games. They're definitely putting it on, but here MTU definitely does have a chance. Shelly going for it, potentially with the dribble, but Nova with a nice challenge there though to stop it in his track. Kuki up in the air, gets the reset. Maybe going for a second one, but is blocked by Kroll. Ryan taking the ball nice and close. Pushing up Shelly over to the other side where Benny is waiting, but Kuki gets to it first. Sends it up over into the corner. Kroll on the backboard, low boost, but still keeping the ball near. Benny a bit awkward there on the sidewall. A nice hit up, but Benny is nice and quick to get to that, getting the first touch, staying near it. Double commit, does hit the backboard. Now Shelly goes for it. Tries to get it past, but a bit too close to the backboard to be able to do anything with it. Benny goes for the pinch mid. It does go mid, but Kroll does get the save. That might be going in as well. Kuki, another goal line save. Here's Ryan with another shot. Is off target, but they at least still are keeping possession. Ryan accidentally putting it over Kroll. Nova is there though to get the touch to clear it. Kroll over to the side. Nova's waiting, hits it mid. Benny and Kuki once again a double commit from MTU. Just stopping that right there. Shelly shot on target, but Nova saving it. Ryan shot fantastic, clear from one side of the map to the other, and Ryan getting that redirect, 131 kilometers per hour. Well played.
Yeah, great shot coming from Ryan there. Like you said, redirect perfectly timed to be able to get that one in. Now going up 2-0 in this game number 4, trying to score to tie up that score line. We did say coming into this series, these two teams are pretty even in terms of skill level. They've been struggling against some of the higher tier teams in our just as I'm trying to say that, another shot on goal coming in from MTU, but it's going to be saved. Both these teams struggling against some of the higher tier teams in our league, but pretty good against the low tier teams, so they're pretty evenly matched here. And so far the game is playing out exactly like we thought. Shelly with a nice touch towards the center, but Beanie just going to leave it. Going to try play for the later contest, but he will actually lose that 50. Kuki now going to knock it back. Kroll in response, trying to keep it away from the goal. Nova going to be the one to clear it. Manages to grab the boost as well.
Nova trying to get it mid, but it does go down to Shelly. Keeps the ball close, tries to get around Kroll, who's just very patient, but does mess up the wave dash and loses the ball where Ryan is waiting for it though, thankfully. Kuki gets the hit, sends it up. Nova's there waiting. He does manage to steal boost here. Shelly does get bumped by Nova though. Well played. Now Kroll going for it, a bit too slow. Kuki gets the early shot. Kroll knocks it down. Nova does manage to get the hit there. Clears it up with 10 seconds on the clock. MTU needs to score right now if they want a chance to get the second one. And they're not able to do it on that final attack, giving MU another win, tying up the series 2-2. A great comeback from them. Now that since it is 2-2 now, I believe that's now means that both teams need to score, need to win, pardon me, 2 more games. That little chat seems to have really helped MU lock in.
And that's the thing, right? Is that teams do like he's between each of the games. There's a minute timer, and the teams can use that timer to talk between the games. They can use it the whole timer. Most of the time, the teams just want to keep playing. And yeah, like we said, that little chat that where MU or MTU were like, "Come on, guys, we want to keep playing," but on the opposite side, MU decided to take that minute, and it really did help to their advantage. As we said, now going up in the series, or now evening up the series. We're just going to see whether they can continue this streak.
Very true. They really have done so well in the past 2 games on both offense and defense. Their defense has just been fantastic. They always have the one person back in net to stop any stray balls from going in. And here now they have another chance. Kroll onto the backboard. Benny does get a save though, knocking it over to the side, trying to get a goal here as well. Kroll with a nice quick challenge. Shelly does go up, gets it mid. Nova clears up to Ryan. Does miss the ball. Here's Nova though, sees Kroll, but Benny reads the pass. Nova off to the backboard where Shelly's waiting, sends it over to the side where both MU members are waiting. Bit of a miscommunication there, but it still does almost manage to go in. Nice goal line save from KOKA, who was caught in a bit of an awkward position, but does manage to get the save. Another 50 in the air. Nova waiting patiently. Off the ceiling, back down. It's in front of MTU's net again. Kroll going for it, but Benny does get the nice clear. Nova turns around, still gets a 50 against Benny. Here's Shelly waiting patiently, collecting pads. Does manage to get to the ball. Using a lot of boost there though. Kroll over to the sidewall. Now here's Ryan. Shelly sends it over to the corner where Benny's waiting after just grabbing the boost. Ryan with a nice quick challenge though to at least make sure that no air dribbles can be formed. Nova with the great save. Oh, great save. Fantastic from Nova there. Jeez. Off the crossbar save and then the great recovery. Getting the second one. Fantastic. Well done by Nova there. I'd say MTU are a bit annoyed about that, but MU are definitely quite happy.
They sure are. Ball gonna actually pass Beanie, but Ryan now on the re-attack. The long shot does get blocked by KOKA, but now they have the option of keeping up this aggression. Nova now trying to contest. KOKA's gonna get the better of the 50. And now the attack's going the opposite way. Kroll gonna be able to stop that centered ball from being dangerous. Shelly trying to go for the double tap once again. Sets it up for KOKA. Who managed just to knock that one down.
Seems to be a much closer game now. Both teams blocked in. I don't think there's been a single chat this game, which is interesting considering how MTU has been quite active in the chat before. They have decided to really concentrate, lock in competitive comms, but here's Shelly up in the air getting the reset. Ryan, bit of a mistouch, still manages to get the save. Shelly over to the side. Kroll gets the pinch. And he does get to the ball first though, knocking it over once again. Shelly does slightly misread and goes up the wall. Here's KOKA though, a bit low on boost. Couple of fakes. Almost gets it. Shelly with the touch, but that is 3 members of MU. Caught a bit awkwardly, but MTU is not able to capitalize on it. Shelly trying for it. KOKA gets a nice touch. Sorry, Kroll gets a nice touch, putting KOKA out of commission. Benny gets a nice 50 and bump at the same time though. Here's Kroll. Pushing their way through, bumped in the air, but that does kind of help them stay near the ball. Ryan taking it up the wall, but is blocked by Benny. Now KOKA staying back, gets it over both members. All 3 actually, the goal is open, and Shelly is able to capitalize on that, giving them a 2-0 lead with 1:30 on the clock.
Yeah, resurgence from MTU in this game, number 5. If this was normal group, or if this was back to groups, this could potentially be a series win for them here, but they're going to have to go the long way. They're going to have to get those 4 wins. And with the score leveled, we're basically back to a regular best of 5 from this point on.
Or indeed now.
Kroll.
20 on the clock.
Yeah, 1:20 on the clock. Kroll here gonna take it out with Ryan. KOKA gonna get the contest though. They have to try and make something happen here. Ball is actually going to go dead in the middle of the pitch. And Shelly just trying to dual Kroll here, but will manage to stop it. KOKA now, the one with possession of the ball. Nova trying to stop him. They are going to give it up. Shelly got to try to go for this contest here. Knocks it. Trying to get it center, but great deflect. Beanie going to knock it off the wall. Can't get it to fall for his team, though. KOKA now going to knock it center. Ryan still back. Great defense coming out from MU. MU now trying to go on the attack. Ryan has an opportunity here. KOKA just gets it in time. 36 seconds remaining on the clock. They have a lot to do. They need to try get a goal in the next 10 or so seconds if they really want a chance at bringing this one to an OT. Missed flip from Ryan. The contest coming out from MTU, and now it's looking pretty dire for them as the third goal gonna fall for MTU. I believe that is going to be game 5 going to MTU. This series back and forth.
That was definitely the nail in the coffin for this game. MTU definitely taking it. Making it match point for them in the next game. But, I mean, we've seen how MU will make the comebacks here. It seems MTU has made the comeback now after the previous 2 games. But it's just the one mistakes just MU is able to capitalize on. I think they weren't there defensively this time. There was it was a bit different. They were a bit awkward. There was a few double commits. I think there was also a few triple commits even, and a bunch of times they were caught awkward right in front of their own net. So once they sort that out, they'll be back in it.
That's for sure. But we're now at match point for MTU, 1 game away. Gonna have to see. It looks like MU are ready to just hop into this game. Not gonna take some extra time.
Maybe a bit? Nope.
No,
we're good.
We're already up, so we're going to be hopping right into this potential final game here. MTU just need to win this one, and they have knocked MU out. MU are now on basically their last legs here. They have to win 2 more games to keep themselves in this tournament. They need to bring it to that match number 7. Early aggression coming out from them, though. Shelly gonna miss the ball. Almost a goal coming in from Ryan, just barely skimming that one by. Dribbling and past, though. Beanie didn't have to do it to him like that, but managing to get that one in, just gets it past both defenders.
Very well played for Benny, I'd say. That needs the ankle breaking sound effect. It's a great control. Keeping it in only 13 seconds into the game. Interesting to go with the right side kickoff, with the unspoken rule on kickoffs being left goes, which can just confuse the other team a bit. Drops down, Nova sends it up. KOKA gets the touch though, keeping it close. Ryan's there though, 2 members of MTU on the other side, but Benny with a quick comeback. Roll knocking it mid, Nova up. Sends it over to the side. Ryan may be able to get this first touch, but KOKA is managing to stay close. Ryan with the nice block there, though. Kroll. Bit too much power on that first touch, I'd say. Benny on the sidewall, though. Staying near the fakes. Ryan with good 50 there, though. Trying to keep it on. Nova with the in-air intercept, though. Kroll knocks it mid. Ryan up. Benny's faster, though. Keeps it close, gets it over. KOKA gets a demo here, potentially. There's a chance for a goal here. Shelly drops it down. Nova gets a great first touch there, though, nice and quick. Here's Ryan, staying near the ball, but Benny does steal the boost. Ryan does decide to go back, and there is no mid boost. Benny trying to put pressure on, but Kroll there first. And he gets the touch in first in the air, though. KOKA caught awkward. Shelly does drop it down, though. Nova over to the side. Kroll gets first touch. Nova is caught though. Benny gets the touch. KOKA shot. Bit too high, and Kroll does get the clear over to the side. Shelly taking a bit too much time there for that shot, but MTU still on the attack, but now pushed back on defense. Ryan trying to get it over. Gets it over 1, but not the second in the net. Kroll up. Taking their time, bit too much though. KOKA is able to put the pressure right back on MU. who do need to score a goal to tie it up, or else MTU will be running away with this game and the series.
Yeah, still 2.5 minutes on the clock though, so a lot to play for Shelly now, trying to get a reset. Not gonna land, but we've seen it. We've seen MU do it before so far in the series. They managed to tie the scoreline up. They can do it again. They just need to score one goal to tie this up and at least bring it to overtime. But Beanie gonna try to put their hopes to bed with the long shot aerial. It's now going to be a lot harder for the side of MU. Still 2 minutes on the clock, so there's still a lot to play for.
Like you said, just over 2 minutes. Another kickoff. Quite neutral. Double commit from MU once again. It just seems to be a lack of communication since that second win that has caused them to have so many double and triple commits that have just stopped them from having chances. But here it does drop down. Ryan caught a bit awkward. Needs to get a first touch here. Done quite well. Needs to be very careful. Drops it down past the teammate though. Here's Kroll. Slight mistouch on that first one though. It's twice just a bit too much power on that first touch that just sends the ball away and doesn't let you keep control. Bending off the side, going for the double. Kroll needs to be careful. Nova is there waiting though. Brings it up. Shelly caught a bit awkward on the backflip. It's mid. Kroll sends it back. Sorry, Ryan sends it back to Kroll. Nova up off the ceiling. Ryan maybe shot. Bit awkward there. Hard to turn around from that angle and get the aim and the power right there. Kroll managing to get the boost. Good power from such little distance to get any momentum. Over to the side, Ryan jumps but isn't able to do it, and they're caught once again. KOKA stealing the goal at the last second, but MU is just they're not locked in on defense at this point. Their rotations just are a bit off. All three of them were there midfield. Nobody at the ball, nobody at the net. Caught.
They used up everything they had in those two games to bring it back, tie up that score line, but it looks like it is going to be MU sitting this one out. They still have 45 seconds to try to bring this back, but with how MTU have been playing so far, it is going to be an extremely hard ask for them. Ball's actually going to bounce in, just as I say that. 35 seconds left.
The casting curse.
Yep, had to yeah, I'm just going to cast a curse. And MTU are going to win this game. But no, we're gonna see, like, there's still 30, like, that's, you can never say never. 35 seconds left on the clock. We've seen, you know, kickoff goals happen, weird pinches happen, so it's still potential to go to overtime here as the demo comes out from Nova onto KOKA, but the ball did get knocked back. Shelly now just trying to get a little backflip kick into it, but not gonna get it. Nova now trying to set himself up off the back board, but not gonna be able to get anything. And now going to be a long shot. Ooh, potentially falling, but KOKA actually going to knock it out of the goal. Kroll. No, to knock it up towards that MTU half, but with the timer below 10 seconds, that is going to be it for our series, and it's going to be MTU progressing forwards in, you know, in the lower bracket.
And that will be putting them against... We actually don't know yet.
We do not know yet. Yes, I will. I'll bring up those brackets in just a second. See if I can get you guys a visual on what we are looking at. Here we go. So can I do? So I can see if I can bring this up for you guys. I just need to add it. So basically, the upper brackets have been. The first matches from this evening decided the upper brackets, and the match that we just watched decided some of the lower bracket games. This should work now, please. There we go. Okay, so here if we're taking a look, here is some of the brackets. We got the set 2 beat MU, moving up to that match number 6. we have Trinity versus TUD, which is the match we covered. Also moving up, so we're going to have set 2 versus Trinity. TUD Vertigo winning that, having that default victory. MTU MTU losing to UCD. UCD moving up to play Vertigo. And I don't know if I have the option. Let me just double check. And I bring on this.
Notice as well that other than, of course, the forfeit from NCI Panthers, all of the other games in the upper quarterfinals, the final scoreline was 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 seems to be the golden score for these teams. I can't bring it up for some reason. It won't let me bring it up. But basically, from the looks of things, we have MTU winning, against there in 4-2. So in the lower quarters, it brings them to the loser of match number 6, which one is that? Match
set
number
2 versus
6 is
TCD.
Yeah, set 2 versus TCD. So if I had to put my predictor hat on, I'd say it's more than likely going to be and more likely what we're going to be streaming next week. I'd have to double check with our lovely admins, but it's more likely going to be set 2 Trinity. And then probably the loser of that, and then the loser of that, which is probably going to be Trinity. No offense to Trinity, but set 2 have stomped for a while now, so it would be an upset. Loser of match 7. So more than likely we're gonna have set 2 Trinity as our first game next week, and then our second game is probably going to be TUD versus the loser of the TUD versus UCD, because it could be a TUD derby. We never know. UCD might just come out of the woodwork and win. But that's pretty much going to be it for this week. We're now into playoffs. Everything is a best of 7. Anything can be turned on its head. That's just how these games work. But that is going to be it for our broadcast. We still have more to come this week. We have CS2 tomorrow. We have League of Legends on Thursday. We have FIFA, I believe, on Friday. And also just want to give a shout out to the Natives League of Legends team, who are playing in NLC at the moment. Their final week is this weekend. Natives, over on the Natives Twitch channel, they are doing their NLC co-streams. So with our wonderful producers, Lisa's our host Lisa, and then our 2 casters, Zathos and Sandbag. So if you are at all an enjoyer of League of Legends, make sure you hop over and follow that Natives Twitch channel, and because that's on tomorrow, I believe, before ICS. So you can have load of Native stuff. You can watch the Natives co-stream. You can then come over and watch some CS2 here. But that's going to be it for us this evening. Special shout out to our lovely sponsors. Of course, we are powered by Natives, sponsored by Monster Energy, Dogpatch Labs, Rerot, and GG Machines. I have been Heltic, joined by 4A, and we will see you next time.